I need medicine. Oh my god. What a way to start the vlog off, huh? We're gonna breathe through it, and ibuprofen should kick in soon, hopefully. Hi, good morning. Welcome back to another vlog. I was about to put a little bit of makeup on and get ready for my day, and I was like, oh, let me start a new vlog, and then I just got an intense cramp. If you saw my last vlog, I kind of briefly mentioned that I got a copper IUD a few days ago. It's currently Tuesday. I had it put in on Saturday, and oh my god, it was like really crampy and painful the first day. Penny's on the couch and he laid his head down on the remote and turned the TV on. I was like, what is that? It was like pretty crampy and bad, and I was just like laying down all day the first day. And then since then, it's like on and off. It's weird. Like I'll go a few hours where I feel totally, I don't want to say like completely normal and totally fine, but like I'm not in pain. Like I feel okay to move around and do stuff. And then all of a sudden I'll just get these like really intense, sharp pains. And it's like kind of like period cramps, but even more intense. And it feels more like an actual like stabbing, poking. Like I can feel that there is something inside my body that is literally poking my insides. And it is so uncomfortable. From my understanding, everything I'm experiencing right now is normal and just kind of part of the process. They told me that it takes, ow, it just like comes on out of nowhere. It takes a month for the like strings, like for it to, I guess, like, you know, get settled where it needs to be and for everything to like soften so that it's not poking and stabbing anymore. I told myself I will, and they said, like the doctor was like, you know, give it at least a couple of months to like settle and adjust before you decide that you hate it and you want it out. So I'm trying to be patient and give it a chance. If you also have a copper IUD or have had one in the past, or you have, you know, any experience with it, please comment down below and let me know what your experience has been. All the good, bad, and everything in between, because I'm still very much like on the fence, and every time I get these like sharp pains, I'm just like, get this thing out of me. But I thought I would start the vlog today because I am going to get my nails done, and I'm very excited because these are just getting busted looking. Like if you really look up close, they're getting a little discolored. They're very grown out. They're just feeling so long. It feels like gross and uncomfortable, and I feel like I can barely function with them at this length. So I'm excited to get them fresh and cleaned up, and I think I want to do a bright red color. But I have not put makeup on in several days, so I just wanted to do like a little something. And then also later tonight, I am going out with my boyfriend and some of his family. We're gonna go do trivia. I'm just itching to get out of the house for something other than to go to work, obviously. Here's the after. Love a fresh, bright red. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. I feel like I'm falling apart. Yesterday, I was so crampy and like going to get my nails done. Even though I took the ibuprofen, the rest of the day, it did seem to help. But initially, the first time around, it didn't really seem to do anything for me because I was sitting and getting my nails done. And the girl that I go to now, she like really takes her time. And even though like I just got a regular solid color, it still takes 2 hours to do them. And normally I love going and I don't mind sitting there for that long, but yesterday I was just so uncomfortable and so crampy. It was really hard for me to sit up and like be still. And then I went to the grocery store after my nail appointment, and my dumbass, I had a big giant tote bag with all my groceries, and it was like pretty heavy. And rather than just like opening the car door, the trunk or whatever, and just putting the bag in, I got into the driver's seat and like lifted the bag up and like hoisted it over into the passenger seat, and I pulled something in my like back and shoulder area, and I could barely move. Like, I could feel in the moment, oh, that didn't really feel good, I probably shouldn't have done that. But it wasn't until I got home that I realized, oh, wow, like I definitely pulled something that really hurts, and I'm like completely stiff and I just can't even move it. Like I was in so much pain. So I got out the heating pad and my little like neck massager thing and was holding it over the area, and then luckily my boyfriend ended up getting out of work and came over shortly after that, and he went to town massaging it for me. So I was able to actually be mobile, thank God. And we ended up going to trivia night, and I was like pretty uncomfortable and like limited in my mobility. Like I couldn't fully turn. It even still feels kind of tight to like try to turn all the way to either side. So every time I went to like talk to people at our table, I had to like physically turn my body back and forth, and it was just uncomfortable and annoying, and it was frustrating. So I was like, oh my God. Of course, at that point, the IUD wasn't bothering me. I wasn't crampy. It was like one of my few moments of relief from that, but then I had a different kind of pain, and it's like, I was really looking forward to like going to trivia and stuff, but I would just, you know, when like, you know, you're in pain, and especially muscle pain like that, it's just like, even having to talk feels uncomfortable and exhausting. Even though I was excited to go, I felt like I wasn't in the best mood, and it was just like, But I'm feeling a little bit, I mean, it still hurts, and I'm still pretty stiff, but he really massaged it a lot for me last night, and that definitely made a huge difference. But now I'm also really sore, because you know, if you've ever had like a real intense deep tissue massage, your body feels sore the next day for like a day or two after. So that's how I feel now, but it's like, I don't know. And of course it's on my dominant side, but luckily I feel like to do hair, I'll be okay, because like it's not uncomfortable at all to like lift my arms or my shoulders. And luckily today, I only have one client on my schedule, so it shouldn't be too bad. We're just gonna get through it. And she is a new client, so I'm just gonna tell her right off the bat, if my energy seems a little off, or I'm being, you know, like not super talkative, I apologize. But my back hurts, I'm in a lot of discomfort, and I'm gonna be moving a little slower than I normally would. But I just took more ibuprofen, so hopefully that will help it a little bit. And also, like right now I'm not feeling crampy, but last night I was. Like, I got up at one point and I was just tossing and turning for a good hour or two, I'd say, because I was really, really crampy. And then between that and then my back, actually, now that I remember, I was like half asleep, and I do remember getting up and coming to the kitchen and taking ibuprofen. That's how bad it was. So yeah, I'm just gonna be kind of living off of this for the rest of the week, I guess. But yeah, between the cramps and my back, I just like couldn't get comfortable, or I would finally like get in a comfortable position, but it only would stay comfortable for so long, and then I'd be hurting again and want to move. But like, because of my back, just to like move myself is so painful and difficult. So it was kind of a rough night. So I am grateful that I just have one person today because, you know, I'm also just like, don't have the highest energy from not getting the best sleep. But I just made myself a quick breakfast, just some eggs with cheese on toast. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast and just keep moving around because I feel like anytime I've had issues like this where I have a sore muscle or I pull a muscle or whatever, it's always the worst when you first wake up because you're super stiff. But the more you move around and kind of warm it up, then it ends up being okay. So I'm just gonna keep trying to like move and stretch, and hopefully I'll feel okay when I get to work. Oh, I also need to stop at the beauty supply store and get a few things because I am running low on some necessities like lightener, developer, shampoo and conditioner. I will see you when we get to Cosmoprof. I almost forgot, I got a PR package from L'Oreal a few days ago with some salon goodies. So since I'm going to the beauty supply store anyway, I was like, wait, let me go through here and see if there's anything that I could use this week. So we have the Mizani 25 Miracle Milk. I love this stuff. I use this in my salon studio on every single client. This is my go-to when I bring them back to the chair with their hair wet. It's kind of like it's a 10. It has multiple benefits. It's a detangler, leave-in conditioner, heat protectant, helps with frizz, and it's good for all hair types. So I literally use it on every single client before I detangle their hair, regardless of like how I'm going to be styling it, their hair texture, all those things. Like it literally is so good. I haven't had it leave like heavy residue or be too heavy on anyone's hair. I have a couple backups at the salon actually, so I'm gonna leave this here. I might actually just keep this at home to use on my own hair. Then we got Matrix Super Sync. This is an ammonia-free demi-permanent, a cream alkaline demi-permanent color. In the shade 6M. I'm gonna bring this with me. Then we have, I don't even know how to pronounce this brand. I've never heard of it before. Shu Umora? But this is an intense revitalization treatment. Roots to tips. Ooh. Wait, okay. I need to like open this up and read a little bit more into it. Usually with new products that I've never, like new to me that I've never tried before, I like to test it out on my own hair first, just so that I know how it works and I can have like firsthand experience on how I like it before I'll use it on a client or recommend something to a client. So I'm gonna keep this here and try it on myself. Then we have a Kerastase Chroma Absolute Mask. Amino acid, anti-porosity, deep filling mask system. Ooh, I need this because I feel like the ends of my hair have been feeling really porous and like brittle and dry. So another thing I've never tried before that I would love to try on my hair first. Then we have the Pureology Hydrate Glow Catcher Oil for dry color treated hair, up to 72-hour continuous hydration and shine. Oh, that sounds really lovely. Also, we'll be trying on my hair first. We have Redken Shades EQ 9GI, which I use. This is probably like my most used shade. I use these all the time. These are like toner glosses. So this will be coming to the salon with me. Then we have a Pulp Riot Direct Dye, semi-permanent in the shade Fireball, so like an intense red. I don't really do fashion colors. Every once in a while, I will make an exception, but I don't know if I will end up using this on a client, but it's definitely good to have. I will definitely hold on to it, and who knows, maybe I will end up using it on someone or gift it to somebody who has red hair, wants red hair. And then the L'Oreal Metal Detox Pre-Treatment. This is so good. I have this at the salon currently. So I am going to hold on to this for when I run out. But this is really good for neutralizing any kind of metals or, you know, any buildup in the hair that could potentially create a chemical reaction when you go to color the hair. So I use this all the time, especially when I'm doing color corrections, or like especially now in the summer, clients are spending a lot of time at the beach, in the pool, getting chlorine in their hair. So yeah, this is good stuff. Thank you so much, L'Oreal, for sending all of this stuff. Learning my lesson from yesterday. This is how I should have put the groceries in here. All right, we have 20 minutes before my client's appointment, so let me show you what I got at Cosmoprof. And then I just need to do a quick little like tidy up and put this stuff away. So we got some lightening powder, Wella Blondor I've been using for years since I was in cosmetology school. This is like just my tried and true go-to bleach powder for, I would say like 90% of my clients. And then this is like a newer favorite of mine. I mean, it is a newer product too. I think they only came out with this a few months ago, but the Matrix 9 Plus Blonde Max. Oh my God, this stuff is incredible. It's pretty powerful, so you need to be careful, which is why I don't use it on every single client. Plus it like lifts the hair really fast and really clean. But if I have a like brunette client that just wants to add like a little bit of dimension and they don't want their highlights to be super blonde, I, wouldn't use this on them. But for my clients that are doing gray blending and I need to get their hair like as light as possible and with as little warmth, this is so good. Then I needed some more Barbicide, so I always get the generic version of everything when I can, because why spend more money if you don't have to? And then I needed some more developer. I normally like to get these big gallon sizes and then I'll just refill my small bottles because it's a lot easier to pour out of these, obviously, and it just saves so much money. So I needed more 20 and 30 volume, but they were all out of the 30 volume gallons, so I just got a small bottle of that just to hold me over for the rest of the week. And then I just got a conditioner. I'm like at an annoying place right now where I have multiple shampoo bottles that still have a decent amount of shampoo in them, but I didn't want to buy like all of the matching corresponding conditioners for all of them because then I'm going to be out of shampoo and then have a bunch of conditioner left. And I like to kind of swap out the shampoo and conditioner I use, so I'm like, I don't know, I like what I have now, but I want to try something different. So I'm just trying to like get through the shampoo I have left because I don't want it to waste, obviously. So I just got this because this is just a good, some people are probably cringing at this. Like, you should use the corresponding developer with the right color and the corresponding conditioner with the shampoo and da-da-da. Listen, when you have a suite, you just gotta make things work sometimes. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of different shampoos. I have a Kenra one, I have Sebastian ones, I have Olaplex, I have a Paul Mitchell. So I just needed conditioner because I'm completely out of all my conditioners. So I really like this one, the Joico Defy Damage. And yeah, so I just got one conditioner. So hopefully this will get me through to use up the shampoo I currently have. So then that way, once I'm out of everything, I can just restock everything, all my shampoo and conditioner, and I can like change it up. And I just always like to try different brands because why not? There's always new stuff coming out. There's so many different brands to choose from and different lines, and that's, you know, the beauty of being independent and having a small little studio space like this is that you can change it up whenever you want. So, and then I got 2 Gaitang colors. These are like my secret weapon. I feel like, at least at my Cosmoprof, they only will ever have like a few of them on the shelf at a time, and a lot of the times they don't even have all of the shades in stock. It's like very sporadic and random, and these are what I use for all my gray blending clients. It's permanent color, but it's just a pure ash, so it literally is gray. So rather than having to use like a dark brown or a black and it not quite blending as perfectly and looking as good, this literally is gray. So it makes the most perfect like blend with natural gray, and it's just so good, and it fades really nicely, but also because it's permanent, it like lasts a pretty long time. And yeah, this has just been my go-to. Shadow ash, I'll usually do either 5, 6, or 7, depending on like how much gray they have, how dark they are, whatever. But yeah, whenever I'm in Cosmoprof and I see them on the shelf, I grab whatever they have, just so that I always make sure I have it in stock, because I use it that frequently. And it's just one of those things that like, it scares me that one day it's gonna get discontinued. So yeah, and then I'm just putting away the colors that I got from my PR box. So that's everything, just a little restock to get me through the week. $129 later. Okay, let me get set up, and I'll show you my client's hair when she gets here. Just finished for the day. That took like exactly 4 hours from start to finish, including cleanup. So that was pretty good. For like a first time client, usually we're doing a consultation, especially when like they're not entirely sure exactly what they want to do and they want to like do something different. The consultation could take anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes even. And then, you know, I have to like mix up the product, get them a drink, do the application, then it has to process. Then I have to pull everything out, maybe detangle their hair if I teased it, then do a toner, then that has to sit and process for like at least 20 minutes. Wash that out, do the haircut, blow dry, style, do any little like final tweaks, and just go over, you know, like the maintenance talk, schedule their next appointment, check them out, that kind of stuff. And usually there's a lot of like just chatting at the end too. So yeah, 4 hours, but oh my God, they were both so great, because it was the client's daughter who reached out to me and scheduled the appointment. I wanted to treat her mom because she hadn't had her hair done in a few years, and they were just so lovely and so great. And she loved her hair at the end, like loved it, which is always the best feeling. And I just feel like re-energized, because, you know, it's been like a little slow on and off lately, and I've just been doing a lot of, you know, my regulars and just doing touch-ups and like simple maintenance stuff. And it can just get like kind of repetitive, and it's nice to like have that reminder of, oh my God, this is, you know, my favorite part of this job, and it's why I love doing what I do. So that was really, really sweet and nice. And yeah, they were so great. And even though it was 4 hours, I feel like the 4 hours flew by. So love when that happens. But I'm glad that I'm done for the day now, because it's not terrible, but I'm starting to feel a little crampy. So I'm like, okay, perfect time to get home. I'm also starving, so can't wait to go home and cook. I'll probably just have like an early dinner, late lunch situation. My back is like, it's still pretty sore and I still feel kind of tight, but like it's definitely better. And I think just, you know, working and moving around definitely has helped. So I'm hoping it'll just continue getting better, and, you know, tomorrow it will feel even better. And then by the end of this week, hopefully I will be feeling good altogether, because at that point it will be a full week since I got my IUD put in, and hopefully the bad cramping will stop at that point. I also have had, you know, it's like a normal part of it, but you get like a little bit of like light spotting. So I can't wait for that to be done as well. So yeah. Oh yeah, I can feel like getting a little crampy right now. Okay, so I am gonna head home. I'll see you later. Hello. It is the next day. The sun is setting, so it's already, I don't even know what time it is. I don't know where my phone is. I took a little nap. I just felt so tired today. But on the bright side, I haven't been crampy. Last night, I slept completely through the night. Didn't wake up to any pain. And yeah, today I've been feeling pretty good. Like every so often I get like the slightest, lightest, most mild, like almost cramp kind of feeling, but none of that like really intense, painful, crampy, stabbing feeling. But yeah, I went to work today. I had 2 clients. I'm sorry I didn't vlog anything. It was just kind of like, I don't know. It was just one of those days where I was like, I just want to go in, get my clients done, come home. My back is still, like, it feels way better than it did when I first hurt myself, but it still feels kind of tight and sore. And it's just like, you know, when you have a sore muscle and it's that like, ugh, achy, like hurts so good almost kind of feeling. But I think it's just like, ugh, it's taking a lot out of me. And while I was at work today, it was just like really hurting, and I just was feeling really uncomfortable, and I was just like, oh my god, I just want to get through this day so I can go home and lay down. And that's what I did. I came home, ate some dinner, and then fell asleep. But I'm so excited. I got packages. Of course there's styrofoam. I feel like this is gonna make a mess. Hold on. I got a floor lamp for my living room. I had been saying for a long time now, since I moved into the house, that I wanted to get a lamp for the corner of the living room back there, because I never use overhead lighting. Obviously, I put it on now for the sake of vlogging, but I really much prefer moody lighting. So I have my one lamp by the TV, but it just, the feng shui and the layout of the room, it just feels like I need another lamp in that corner. It belongs there. And I kept saying that I wanted to wait until I found one that just felt right. Because really the vibe that I'm going for in my house, as far as like my decor and style and all that, is like some modern touches a little bit here and there, but overall I want it to feel more like, not like grandma's house necessarily, but I want it to feel like I don't want you to walk in here and just feel like, oh, everything in here is from IKEA. You know, I want it to feel like the pieces either are or look like they are older, higher quality, not as cookie cutter. I don't really know the name of the style necessarily, but earthy tones, darker colors, and yeah, I just wanted a lamp that looked more vintage. And I had been looking on Facebook Marketplace and vintage shops around town, and I just wasn't really finding anything that I particularly liked. And then I randomly came across this online from Walmart, randomly enough, and it was like pretty much exactly what I was envisioning. So I'm really excited. And even though I didn't want to like just get something for the sake of having something to fill that space, I'm happy that I finally got something, because I feel like after adding this, the living room is going to really feel a lot more complete. And if you saw my last vlog, I moved some things around in here a little bit, added some plants, added a side table next to the couch, and that made a huge difference too. So now I feel like with the addition of this lamp, it's going to really feel cozy and more finished. Okay. And this part swivels, so you can like move the light around if you want. Love that. Hopefully this bulb fits. No, of course not. I had an extra smart bulb. Dang. Doesn't fit. A regular light bulb it is. That looks cute. All right, let me put it over in the corner. Turn the TV lamp on.
Got it.
Yeah, I feel like that's good. With both of the lamps on at the same time, I feel like it's the perfect amount of light. And then I think I actually might like the fact that that one's a little more dim, because I have a smart bulb in this one, so I can always dim that if I want to, or just turn it off completely and then just have that one, so that there's just like a little bit of light for in the evening if I just want like a little tiny bit. I just love how it looks vintage. Like it really does, to me anyway. I like it, and it's sturdy. Like the base is nice and heavy. It feels and looks like good quality. I would never guess that this is from Walmart. Like it really, like I love the detail of the color, of the way it's painted, and like the carvings and everything. Like I really, really love it. The style and everything is exactly what I wanted. It's just, it's like a 9 out of 10. If it was a little bigger, it'd be a 10 out of 10. But it just, I don't know, it does feel a little small back there. Don't mind the mess in here, but I definitely really love it. And I'm so glad that I got it. And I mean, you can't beat the price. I paid less than $60 for that. Now, onto the bathroom for my second package. I have had this white waffle knit shower curtain for years. Back in the day, I used to want my bathroom to have like a hotel aesthetic, and so I wanted like the all white towels and that whole thing, white shower curtain. But I'm past that now. And in my master bathroom, ignore this white towel behind me. Normally I have a green towel hanging here that is a similar color pattern to the one hanging there. And I have a green bath mat in here. I have gold fixtures all in here. So I knew that I wanted to eventually swap this shower curtain. Plus, it is old and I've tried washing it so many times. It keeps getting water stains. It has like hair color stains on it. Like, it's just, you know, seen better days. So I wanted to replace this and get something with more color or, you know, some kind of interesting pattern that kind of went with the feel of this bathroom. And I wasn't entirely sure, again, like I didn't want to just get something just to get something. So I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to get, if I wanted to get something that was just a solid color or with a pattern or, you know, which color I wanted. But I started with the green towels and then I got the green bath mat. And I almost got this in green, but then I was like, is that going to be too much green? Should I get something different? And I really love the way burnt orange looks with the dark greens and with the gold and with the black. And because I have the rediffuser with the pop of orange already, I just feel like it all is cohesive and it makes it more interesting. So that's not just like all, you know, like too matchy-matchy. But I love this one because it is just the solid color, but then it has texture on it. So it just adds a little something. The only thing I didn't realize that it has metal around where the hooks go, and that's silver, and obviously everything in here is gold, but I don't think I'm gonna really notice that. Who cares? So yeah, let's take the white one down and put this up. Oh, perfect. I love it. It looks so good. It really does something for me. It really completes the vibe in here. And I love the tassels on the bottom of it. Yeah, it's really pretty and I love this texture. All right, we got 2 wins. I love that. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's crazy to me that it's Friday already. This week flew by. Although I am working a little bit tomorrow, so it doesn't like really fully feel like a Friday to me, but TGIF nonetheless. I'm actually going back to Pilates for the first time in like 2-ish weeks, I think, which is crazy. This is the longest break I've taken from working out in over 1.5 years since I started doing Pilates. But now I feel like I've taken such a long break that I've been like scared to go back, which I know like 2 weeks is really not that much, but I feel like when you are exercising regularly and then you do take a little bit of a break, like whether you go on vacation or whatever, you just come back and everything feels so hard and it's like, damn, you get out of shape so quickly. And then obviously like you get right back into it, like muscle memory and whatnot. Like I know it'll be fine. It's not like I lost all the progress I made in the last 1.5 years, but I don't know. I've just been kind of like wanting to go back, but also just a little scared because I'm like, oh God, is it gonna be, you know, extra difficult? So yeah, I'm gonna go do that this morning. Wish me luck. I'm still feeling good. I didn't get crampy last night. Didn't have to take any ibuprofen. feel good so far this morning, but I'm hoping that I don't do anything that ends up like putting pressure on it and then makes it get crampy and painful. So we'll see how that goes. But then I have 2 clients at the salon and they're both just my regular, you know, returning clients. Looking forward to seeing both of them, and you know, also it should just be like a pretty smooth, easy, straightforward day. And then after work, I'm meeting up with my friend Mandy because I feel like for a while there we were hanging out every single week, sometimes multiple times a week. And the last couple weeks we've both just been busy with other things and we haven't seen each other. So she texted me last night and was like, we need to get together and catch up. And it's funny, like when you are used to seeing a certain person or just like doing a certain thing every single week, then when even just 2 weeks go by without, you're like, oh my God, it feels like it's been forever, even though it's only been 2 weeks. So that's how I feel about Pilates and hanging out with my friend. So we're gonna go get sushi and catch up. It feels kind of stupid putting makeup on when I know I'm going to a workout class. Although I know people wear makeup to the gym and stuff, but I typically don't. But like, it's Friday and I'm doing something after work, so I just feel like I just want to do a little something. Good morning, happy Saturday. Sorry I didn't end up getting much footage yesterday, but Pilates went really well. I was a little nervous, you know, how it was gonna be with IUD, and also like my back, even though it's been significantly better and I can move around now, but it's still sore. But actually, I think that workout helped it because I ended up stretching that area a lot just with what we were doing, and I wasn't in any pain or discomfort the entire workout. I didn't have to make any modifications, and I just felt really good, and it was really the perfect way to ease back in. And I'm looking forward to going back on Monday and then just getting right back into my normal weekly routine of going, you know, like 3 to 4 times a week. And then work was really good. The day flew by pretty quickly, and then I had a great time catching up with my friend. The sushi was so good, and then I was just feeling really tired. I was kind of starting to get a headache at that point, so I came home, washed my face, and went straight to my bed basically, and I ended up falling asleep pretty early. I want to say like around 9:30 maybe, and I got a good night's sleep. I feel amazing today. Like, I woke up before my alarm just feeling like so rejuvenated and ready to go work this morning and then get my weekend started. And I'm really loving my outfit. I'll show you better when we're out there so you can see like the full thing, but this is a skirt that I found at a local boutique last summer, and I only wore it one other time so far, and I wore it as a regular skirt. It's pretty long and it's very flowy. It has like some ruffles and like multiple layers to it, and it is just so beautiful and like feminine and whimsical. And I was gonna wear it again, just like a skirt with a tank top. With being bloated and everything right now still, and like my uterus feeling kind of swollen, I'm just not having the best like body image week. And it's like kind of billows out a little bit. And I was like, this is just making me feel really like wide. So I pulled it up and I was like, let me see what it would look like as a strapless dress. And then I decided to just cinch it at the waist with a belt to give it some shape. And I love it. And it's perfect because it just like glides right over my body. So you can't tell that I'm bloated, which makes me feel a lot better. Kept forgetting all week to put earrings in. That looks much better. I just feel so naked when I don't have some type of like dangly earrings hanging from my lobes. Here is how the skirt looks as a dress. Yeah. And this belt is, I want to say either from like Target or Zara or something. I've had it forever. That's my Saturday look. I have lip product in my purse, so I'll put that on in the car. I'll see you when I get back, okay? Okay, be a good boy. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'm going back to sleep. It's so funny when I hear stories that people tell me about, you know, how, oh, my dog woke me up at 6 a.m. I have to drag my dog out of bed to go use the bathroom because he is just so sleepy and lazy, and he just loves, I don't know, I feel like he's kind of like a cat, I swear, because I'll hear him in the middle of the night. Like, he'll just be up roaming around. He likes to go up to the bedroom upstairs, and he's just like back and forth from the living room to my room to the guest room. But then during the day, he's just so lazy and just wants to sleep, even if I'm home. It works out because I know when I have to leave to go to work, I don't have to feel bad or be worried about him because I know his ass is just gonna be asleep the entire time. I'm gonna actually put you down here, even though I know it's not the best angle, but that way the camera won't fall. But I know people have asked me like, oh, do you want to get him a friend so he's not like alone when you have to leave during the day? I have had the thought, like, now that I have a house, I have more space, I have the fenced in yard, it would be a lot easier for me to get a second dog or just another pet in general for him to have a little buddy. So I'm thinking about it, and I might, but the thing is, like, he is so used to being an only child, and he gets really jealous if we're like hanging out with friends and their dogs and I'm giving another dog more attention. He just, not in like a bad aggressive way or anything, but like he gets jealous, and I don't know, you know, I don't know how it would be. Obviously, if I do get a second dog, I want to make sure that they get along really well and that he would feel comfortable with it and isn't feeling like, oh, who is this other dog like coming and invading my space now, you know? And I would definitely want a rescue. He was a rescue. Trust me, if I come across an animal that needs a home and it's just like, if you've watched me for a while, you know, I'm like, I always leave everything up to the universe. So if it's meant to be, the right animal will come into our lives when the time is right. So, but I don't want to force anything because he's good right now. But I think I'm just going to do my little outro and say my goodbyes now because I already know once I get to work and my weekend gets started, I'm gonna probably forget to end the vlog. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next one.